So we're going to have a look at a couple of exercises to help with reactive core strength. So for a dog, a really good example of this is when your dog's having to engage your core after a fast, rapid movement. This is really applicable to both life and also the sports that we do with our dogs. So to start with the beginner level, we're going to do movement around a cone and into a static stand position. If you haven't taught either of these exercises, you first need to make sure that your dog can stand in some nice stable platforms that aren't too high in really nice form. We also need to make sure that on cue your dog can wrap around a cone. Yes. And for this first exercise, we're just going to put these two skills together. So we're going to go from a nice solid stable stand. Move the dog off, stand, and into a stand. Stand, yes. Good boy. Stand. Stand, yes. So when your dog understands this exercise, we're going to start in a workout at doing this in 2 sets of 5 repetitions at the beginner level. To advance towards the intermediate level for this cone wrap into a stand, we can increase the sets and reps towards 2 to 3 sets of 8 instead of 2 sets of 5. But the other option is we can switch the stable platforms for an appropriate level of instability. Dio is quite an advanced dog and he's also very small. So I've chosen smaller, quite unstable platforms. You'll notice as well that I'm making an effort to brace the front one because I don't want these foot bones to roll over during this exercise. Stand, yes. Stand, yes. Stand. Good boy. Stand, yes. Good boy. Stand, yes. Good. Stand, yes. Good boy. All done. Let's get up. To move this exercise down to the advanced levels, I'm adding 2 cones in. This is going to create a figure 8 movement around the cones instead of just a wrap. The reason for this is we're getting changes of direction and also a change of lead leg in the middle of the exercise. So it really makes it a very big challenge for the dogs. To start this exercise out, first work on understanding, and then when you think your dog understands it and can perform it in good form, we're going to move towards 2 sets of 5. For this exercise, a figure 8 motion, so a wrap around one cone, and then the next is 1 repetition. D. Go, I'm good. Evo. Up. Come. Come. D, out of the way. D. Come. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. Come. Good. Find it. Come. Yes. 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 Good boy. All done. Let's get up. Right, so our second exercise looking at reactive core strength is turning in circles. I love this exercise because it's a movement-based exercise that requires a high amount of core stability and engagement in the lateral aspects of the spine, but it's also working on mobility, so active use of the muscles and the joints in the range of motion and flexibility. It's also really applicable both to life skills and the sports that we do with our dogs. So to start off with, at the foundation level, the beginner level, we're just going to make sure that our dog can turn in circles in good form. So the key for this is to really get your dog to move and to have a lure nice and low and turn it in a nice tight circle. So I tend to put a lure on my dog's nose, move them towards me, turn it in a really tight circle. You can see that Evo's head was nice and low in alignment with his spine. And he turned so tight that his nose was almost on his bum. So we'll do another one of those. Good boy. Yes. If you find that your dog is not turning tight enough, that could be your hand motion, but the other things that you can do is do 2 circles in a row, or instead of feeding your dog in front of you, you can throw the treat away, which should get them to do a much tighter circle. Find it. He's not very good at finding the treats. Let's do another one of those, buddy. Find it. Good boy. So at the beginner level for this exercise, first you're going to make sure that your dog can understand turning in circles and can do it in good form in both directions. And then you're going to work through 2 sets of 5 repetitions. 1 circle in each direction is 1 repetition. It actually doesn't matter if you alternate turning left to right or if you do multiple circles in a row for this exercise. So for reactive core strength, when we're turning in circles, we're going to increase the challenge of this exercise to the intermediate level by increasing the height of the surface we're asking them to turn in circles, but also reducing the space available to them. It's really important we pick options that are appropriate for our dog because we want to keep it safe. We don't want them to fall off the platform and hurt themselves. The nice thing about this exercise is we're increasing the challenge in terms of core stability and balance. But again, it's really applicable for the dog sports that we do. So things like having strength, stability, and confidence while staying on contact equipment. You need to pick the best option for your dog with this exercise in terms of cueing the circles. Sometimes when we lure a dog, they're less thoughtful to where their feet are being placed and how they're moving, and that could cause them to turn off. So if your dog has a circle on a verbal cue, that might be a better option for you when we increase the height and reduce the space available for turning in circles. Good boy. Evo. Right, right, yes. Left, left, yes. Right, right, yes. Left, left, yes. Good boy. Evo. So at the intermediate level, we're going to start again at 2 sets of 5 repetitions, and then we can increase the sets and reps as they need more challenge towards 3 sets of 8 reps. Oh my dear. To increase the challenge in circles even more towards the advanced levels, we're going to think about thoughtfully adding an aspect of instability. Again, we want to make appropriate choices for the dogs, their size, and their ability level. For Evo, I've chosen a large unstable platform. It's in a circle shape and it has a really nice non-slip surface on the top. Didi. Theo is quite a small dog with a really good level of fitness. So I've chosen again a round surface for him as a donut, and it's a little bit more elevated. We're going to start these at 2 sets of 5 reps, see how they handle it, and as they need more challenge, as per the other exercises, we're going to increase the sets and the reps that we do with them. Good boy. Right. Yes. Steady. Good boy. Good boy. Left. Yes. Good boy. Right. Yes. Good boy. Left. Yes. Steady. Don't get distracted. Good. Right. Right. Yes. Good boy. Left. Left. Good boy. Okay, so that is your second exercise in the reactive core exercises. I look forward to you having a go, see how you find it. Please let me know if you have any questions and let me know how your dogs are progressing.